Ski Southeast update for the weekend before Valentine's Day, the weekend before President's Day. It's kind of the weekend before the big ski weekend around here. Good news, we had a nor'easter, which dumped some good snow in parts of the mountains, but the bigger story has been the big cool down we've seen across the Southeast. So two things going into the weekend. We've had cold temperatures for your Thursday, and we now have it for Friday, and cold to start the weekend, a little bit of natural snow. But interesting, unlike the pattern in the last 3 weeks, we're going to see a warm-up this weekend. So good conditions because we're going to have some snowmaking and some natural snow. And actually traveling to the mountains should for once be a great travel experience. So overall, the weekend's looking really good. Let me break this down for you. We've got high pressure across the southeast, which is going to give us a really cold start to your Friday and probably a cold start to your Saturday as well. But really quickly, as the high shifts off to the southeast, the clockwise flow around high pressure is going to bring in a southwest flow at the surface. That's kind of what I jokingly and half seriously call the blowtorch around here, because we get that blowtorch, and that's a really warm pattern. So Saturday and Sunday are going to be really mild, specifically Sunday. But don't fret. It's a good weekend. It's a good weekend to go to the mountains because the snowmaking and snow from Thursday and Friday should have a really, really good pattern going into the weekend. It may melt a little this weekend, but not a bad deal at all. In fact, I was joking with one of my coworkers. This is kind of what we call a bluebird day in the southeast. We've got 2 days of nice sunny skies and mild temperatures after we've had some snow and cold. Now, the weekend is really mild, but here's the interesting thing. It looks like another front's going to make a pretty good run at us starting Sunday night into Monday, and there could be a little bit of snow, excuse me, on the back side of the system. Now, right now, it doesn't look like a whole lot here in the southeast. I'm going to put this into North Carolina first, and we'll show you going into the first half of the weekend. Maybe a little bit of northwest flow snow still left over on the backside of our nor'easter. But overall, this looks like it's going to be pretty much just a Friday event. By the time we get to Saturday, there's just not a lot left here in the southeast. So don't expect a whole lot of snow this weekend. Maybe just a little bit up at, Winter Place, maybe a little bit at Snowshoe, all the way up to Wisp, which last time I checked, I think Wisp ended up with something on the order of 4 or 5 inches of snow. Could be more by now. But here are the temperatures we're waking up to on Friday morning. I mean, really cold. Great snowmaking, really brutally cold in the higher elevations of the mountains of southeast. Temperatures in the single digits, wind chills below 0 this morning. So it is brutal. And during the day, we warm up a little bit into the afternoon, but it'll be cold enough to make snow at the higher elevations Saturday morning. But then here comes the warm temperatures for Saturday into Sunday. So the next thing we want to look at, what is the pattern going to look like long range? Are we going to see another decent snowstorm here in the southeast or colder temperatures in time for the all-important President's Day weekend? Let's go to the GFS model, which we'd like to look at for the long range. So we'll go into Sunday, and here's that front I talked about coming down on Monday. We'll go through Sunday afternoon and we go into Monday morning. This is early in the morning. Notice we do have a little bit of snow here along the spine of the Appalachians. We got a little bit of a northwest flow. Not a big deal. There's not going to be a ton involved here, but a little bit of northwest flow snow. And notice it stays pretty chilly next week. It's going to be mild outside of the mountains, but I think every night snowmaking is going to be possible during the overnight hours. You can see the temperatures below freezing in red. All in our favorite areas, the ski resorts of the southeast. So every single night it looks like some snowmaking. Then we go into Wednesday morning. A little fast-moving system is going to scoot by with another little shot of northwest flow snow, and you can see the snow up here in West Virginia. Bullseye right over Snowshoe, but even down into our North Carolina resorts. Pretty good shot. I'm thinking maybe dusting to an inch in North Carolina, maybe 2 inches to 4 inches up at Snowshoe. That moves out pretty quickly, but it stays cold on Thursday, so snowmaking looking really good Thursday morning as we go into Thursday afternoon. A little bit of northwest flow snow, it looks like there. Cold again as we go into Thursday night and Friday morning, so snowmaking, great. So you can see we've got nights of snowmaking leading up to the big President's Day weekend. We'll go to Friday right before President's Day weekend. This is the 17th, and we get into Saturday morning, and we've got another little system coming down. And this is the one that's kind of the interesting system. If you look carefully, let me go back here. Stop, I kind of jumped ahead of myself there. We'll go right here. So this is Saturday morning. We've got some type of low pressure trying to develop off the coast, and we've got colder air coming in. So you can see the snow trying to break out here across the higher elevations. But what's interesting is what happens with this low. Is this low going to be stronger? Is it going to be farther inland? This far out, you start getting more than 7 days out. There's something going to be going on here. It looks like it's certainly going to be cold enough for snow. The question is what kind of system do we have, because you can see it moves out pretty quickly, but that pattern right there is pretty optimistic to look at for maybe a chance for some decent snow President's Day weekend. At the very least, we're going to see some snow and colder weather for Saturday into Sunday as we go through President's Day weekend. You could see on Sunday afternoon a little bit of a warm-up, still below freezing up here, but a little bit warmer down here after the system moves out, whatever type of system it is. And then we go into President's Day itself on Monday. Looks pretty mild. So if we're going to get some cold and snow here in the southeast, it's going to be the Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday time frame of President's Day weekend with a warm-up for that Monday. But right now, there's no big thaw heading our way for President's Day weekend. There's no big Arctic outbreak, and there's a possibility of a little bit of snow. So it's kind of just typical January weather, which this season I'll take going into the big weekend. So we'll take a closer look at that. We're still, remember, we're just 7 to 10 days away from this still. We've got a long way to look at this as we go towards next weekend. But again, great weekend heading into this weekend after some snow and cold from the nor'easter. Should be a great weekend again. We'll see that warm up this weekend, though, Sunday into Monday. And keep an eye on that system next week. I'll have another breakdown on that coming up early next week. Have a great weekend. Please hit the slopes if you can. I can't believe we're already talking about the middle of February, the ski season. I can see the end of it. We got to get as many runs in as we can. And some of the best skiing of the year is late in the season in spring. Trust me, I love skiing this time of year. Have a great weekend, and always think snow.